Obaseki do differently? That
Oh,
even in election period, within a year of robbery, kidnapping, killings, what did Obaseki do differently that Okpebholo is not doing today? That is crashing things in Edo.
Obaseki deployed a very high level, strategy to manage the security in Edo State. And I dare say, and I'm ready to debate with anybody who has a contrary opinion, that Okpebholo does not possess the competence to deploy such a strategy. I repeat, Okpebholo, by his very nature, cannot. He doesn't know. You can't give what you don't have. He doesn't have the experience, doesn't have the dexterity, doesn't have the know-how, doesn't have the knowledge, doesn't have the training, doesn't have the education to deploy such sophisticated strategy to manage security. What is that strategy? Obaseki first and foremost realized that before you can ensure the first thing Obaseki took note of was the fact that as a government, your primary responsibility is to ensure that the people are not only safe, they feel safe. And then they
are not only safe, they
feel it, they will feel that I'm safe. That's your responsibility.
That one is powerful because that is exactly what I am feeling here.
Yes.
I am safe and also feeling safe.
You feel safe. You're not wondering whether anybody will push your door in the night. You don't have such concerns. You are not just safe, you feel safe. Obaseki first understood that and underlined that. And then what did he do? He identified that the security of any system is local to that system. So if you break the state down into bits and pieces, you're going to find different communities. If you're not going to get people within those communities to dedicate themselves to the security of those communities, you will not achieve security there. Which is what is wrong with the federal system, of government in Edo State, in Nigeria, where security is managed centrally from Abuja. Security is local. So what did Obaseki do? He penetrated the different communities and began to set up structures within those communities that are connected with the government. He used traditional institutions, which is one of the things that is misunderstood or deliberately misinterpreted by some people within the traditional space. Oh, Obaseki wants to divide the Benin Kingdom. No. What Obaseki did was to go into these communities to ensure that the different traditional rulers, dukes, knights, whatever they call them, that they are in tune with the security in their localities. And not only in tune in terms of head knowledge alone, but they're also incentivized to be able to stay comfortably within their communities.
No, you need to, sir, you need to break this English down.
Okay.
That incentivize, we don't understand it. Break it down for us, sir.
Okay, make a count down. Now, Obaseki now realize that security in the state can only be guaranteed when all the local authorities within the state are in tune with the people within their communities. What was happening in Edo State? All these Enogies, Onojes, all these small traditional rulers within different communities, they all had to leave their communities. Many of them were living in Benin. Some went abroad.
Lagos.
To go and hustle. Because there was no subventions, no supports, no subsidies from government. So they can't just go and sit in the palace there, in their palaces there, in their villages with nothing. So Obaseki, what did he do? He broke down the remuneration system of traditional institutions to ensure that money, that's what I call incentivize. That money will percolate all the way down, statutorily. Not dashes, no. The constitution, the RAMFAC has a provision for funding of the local institutions within the different communities. Obaseki ensured that those monies percolated Percolate means he go inside.
He touched their hand.
Touch their hand. So what happened there was that there was now leadership within the different local communities. Through this leadership established in the different communities, Obaseki now solicited for hands, local hands. Over 15,000 men were brought from different localities across the entire state. And we brought them in batches into the police college in Ogida. And they were trained. They were given sophisticated security training, intelligence gathering, everything, the use of how to use firearms, everything. They were trained by the police, they were trained by the military, they were trained by the DSS.
Wow.
And then dispersed back to their different communities with communication devices, sophisticated communication devices. What people call walkie-talkie. They all had it. Their walkie-talkies had ranges that could talk. I had one of it at that time as a member of the Edo State Executive Council. I had one of the walkie-talkies. Even if I'm in Lagos, you can talk to me with that walkie-talkie from Benin.
Are you serious?
Yes. So all the sector commanders across the different localities across Edo State had these communication devices. So once there is any pen in any locality, the command and control center in the heart of Benin is aware of it. Obaseki deployed the most sophisticated surveillance system in Nigeria. The whole of Benin City, from Ikpoba to Ugbowo to Ramat Park, everywhere, covered by sophisticated cameras, which were watched real time by people in the command and control center. And there were emergency numbers 792 and 112, which you could call to report any emergency. And that emergency we responded to swiftly because we had bases in different locality. So it's not a question of trying to go from Benin to go and deal with the problem in Isako West. We have bases in Isako West, both military, police, and local vigilantes. Obaseki tied up the security system in the state into a strong network. It was difficult to execute a crime and go scot-free. You were almost certain that if you committed a crime in Edo State, if you get away from the scene of that crime that day, you will not spend the next 24 hours in freedom. Once criminals see that when they commit a crime within a certain space, they will certainly be apprehended, what happens? They take off. That's how they all left Edo State. So what did we do? I talked about the strong management within localities. I talked about strong, serious manpower training for all the people that were nominated by the people in those committees. So they were genuine, legitimate people that were known, they were profiled, their biometrics were taken, everything. They were properly trained. And then they had sophisticated communication devices, with which they could talk to one another and talk to their base. And then we had solid surveillance. Have you not entered the command and control center?
So I was there.
You can pick a pin on the floor in Bobai from inside government house. You can zoom into the Akara woman frying Akara in front of my grandfather's house in Zabayo. You could, so strong surveillance. And then finally, technology cuts across all of this, but there was serious investment in technology. So we had drones. So areas where foot soldiers could not get to, drones were deployed. Heat sensing drones that would pick thermal signals from people's bodies and identify they were there. So kidnappers had no places to keep their victims.
Hi.
All of this sophisticated system I just explained to you, we refrained from telling the details of this story when we were in government because we thought security was not supposed to be something just because we don't want to tell your enemy your plan.
Yes.
Okpebholo came into office absolutely ignorant of what security is about, thinking that security is about buying Hiluxes and buying a motorcycle, destroy the system. That is what you are experiencing now with the avalanche of insecurity in the state. That's what you're experiencing now.
Mr. Crusoe, want to thank you so much because this is like a lecture room. This is like a lecture room where you pay attention and you take something home. Ladies and gentlemen, we have over 800 people watching. Please, it's still not enough. We need to hit over 1,000 people watching. I'm sure Okpebholo is not here yet. Please, I need minimum 100 shares wherever you are watching from. Because Facebook, YouTube will not, they don't distribute political updates. They distribute entertainment. So we get to the door by ourselves. I beg. Please share this video, like this video, drop comments. You can't just sit and be listening. You are not engaging. Let's see engagement. Engagement can come in the form of "Hail Obaseki." You can be typing a matter of Obaseki. Just type anything in the comment section to show engagement. With that one, Facebook and YouTube will know, okay, people like this broadcast. That's why they are engaging. So please, I want us to get more people to view us before we continue. Mr. Crusoe, my next question tight well. But I don't want to ask you this question without we not watch this video together. This is Oshomole exposing the incompetence of his own godson. He's the godfather. His own puppet. Oshomole was on the floor of the Senate exposing the dark side of Okpebholo's government. He used the word. Even we will be opposition, never even use that word. Oshomole used the word to say Edo is under siege. Obaseki's 8 years. Not even opposition. The Yamu used that word. But Oshomole, after coming to launch vehicles and enjoy the jamborees, the 100 days, went to the Senate to report his puppet, Okpebholo. Because anything you say in the Senate, Tinubu will hear, Vice President will hear, everybody will hear. He went to the Senate to report Okpebholo that Okpebholo has failed in the area of security, that his APC government has failed. So before I ask you this question, I want to make we watch this Oshomole video with a comeback, sir.
Mr. President, sir, thank you for the opportunity. I rise to support my brother and friend, Senator Neda, and to support this motion. But first, I want to acknowledge that from all the reports we have received in recent times, it will appear that our security forces are doing extremely well, and they are making a lot of progress, such that part of the country that were not safe before are much safer now. At least we had that much from an event that we both attended just last week. So we must commend the armed forces for what they are doing and encourage them to see how they can expand the operation to cover the whole country. Like Senator Neda stated in the motion, it is not only in Ovia. In fact, it will be more correct to say that the entire Edo State is under siege by bandits and by terrorists and by headers. We have terrible pictures of people who have been murdered in cold blood, men and women. In fact, someone's compound has been turned to a graveyard by terrorists and bandits. We have tried to talk to the local security forces. Many of us have had to fund some local vigilante group, But I am convinced that the way to go is in the manner that that is very well captured in this memo, namely, while commending the
distinguished colleagues, please, those who are making phone calls should stop.
Neda, even you,
Chief Whip, those who are making phone calls should stop.
so sir, Mr. President, sir, thank you very much for protecting small people.
Distinguished Senator Adams, leader, I've observed on your behalf. It's something the Chief Whip should have done. Please, those who are making phone calls should stop. It is not allowed by our rules in the Senate.
Thank you, Mr. President.
You have the floor. You may proceed.
Thank you, Mr. President, for protecting small people. Those of us who are vertically challenged, sometimes we have difficulties being heard. But, Mr. President, you are fair to us. So, in supporting the motion, I want to commend the National Security Advisor and all the security chiefs and urge them to extend, exactly as captured, this
Sorry, may I once again observe that those who are making phone calls should stop.
Also, sir, if I draw your attention, the chairman of the security committee is not on his seat and is engaging Senator Yahaya and preventing him from listening to us.
Colleague to stop making phone calls while proceedings are going on.
And he's not on his seat. He is moving to opposition side. And he's still talking, sir.
He has gone to convince them to come here.
The senior Senator Abuba will approach the chair.
Thank you, Mr. President. So, like Senator Neda said, this is the farming season. It's already raining. Rains have already started in Edo State and I believe in part of southern Nigeria. This is the time our farmers go to farm. And with the level of killings and banditry and kidnapping in Edo State, most of our farmers are now not able to go to the farm. And therefore, I urge my colleagues, distinguished senators, to support this motion, commend the National Security Advisor, commend the service chiefs, and urge them to extend this special, I think the name is very well captured here, which is a combination of a special task force with all the necessary gadget and motivation to go to Edo State to wipe away the criminal. Because it will appear that as we make progress in the north, the bandits are moving towards the south. And it is important that they are caged. Otherwise, very soon, between Kogi, Edo, and Delta, we are likely to witness more serious banditry as a result of the progress that is being made elsewhere. So, Mr. President, I urge my colleagues to support this motion with this additional amendment that it is the entire Edo State. In fact, it will interest you that Senator Governor Mondo Kweolu, just last week told me that one of his local government is now inaccessible because of the level of banditry. Even though he's doing his best to provide security, more vehicles, more communication gadgets to the armed forces.
Mr. Crusoe Osagie.
Not the
This
Obaseki
one,
told this one.
he don't cast last. Now everybody go chop breakfast. If they tell me say Oshomole go quick start to read the book of Lamentation like this, I go talk say na lie. Yes. Oshomole say Edo is under siege. Down at one, he narrated. If you notice, even the senators there, they were not taking him serious. They talk. Some they receive call. Like even the Senate president call, they say, I'm gonna let this man talk because and then I say, you go sit down, not you go put person on the competent for you remove you see Asper Godalo, you go fight. Put this one, and the man promised to the insecurity. Now you are coming to the Senate floor to disturb.
Complain.
Even Senator Neda,
You
if
don't
you
listen
notice
to
in
him.
the video, he don't even address Neda as Senator Neda. He said,
Neda.
Neda, even you,
Even
like his boy. He said, Neda, even you, not even distinguished Senator Neda, because Neda was PA and legislative aid to Urokide. Put your name for this form, go submit it. In case I don't get ticket for this side, I'll
you
cross
said
on
that
this
for
side.
me.
Then the whole waka come favor Neda, also Labour. So they
Yeah.
see Neda representing those Baba. If you don't ban,
Finish him.
if court don't do something, I'm sure the Benin race will not survive another 2 years. They are going to completely wipe us out. Sir, my next question, and the last one when they talk, Oshomole quoted a city governor who is the chief security officer. Oshomole finish. He finished
Staying on the Figo village again.
He said, a city governor complained to Oshomole there is a part of his village where nobody else again bought it. So, sir, okay, my question what I ask you now is say, what is your take on the motions by Oshomole? I will play Marcus later by Oshomole in the National Assembly on the issue of insecurity in Edo. How you see this matter?
Okay, first and foremost, I like to express my very sincere shock over the fact that for the first time since when I did study Adams Oshomole, right from when I did do journalism, before I come work for government, I never hear truth for Oshomole mouth before.
Wow.
So I want to commend Oshomole. Be like say you don't repent. Oshomole not the fit talk true. You know the fit. But for the first time, I come see and say he can't talk true. So much as I for like to spank and where. But I want to commend them, say, because I mean, you know, we are Christians, we recommend repentance from dead works to people. You know, once you do bad things, our message is stop doing bad things, do good things. And for me, that was a very remarkable departure from the nature of Oshomole to speak the truth. So I commend you there, distinguished senator.
Sir, I disagree with you.
Okay.
Sir, the Oshomole I know is...
That's why not they talk true.
No, I disagree with you.
For this
I
day
don't want
side.
no, Mr. Crusoe, you know you are a man of God. For your mind now, repentance. No, this is that what Kabaka is doing in the door. Saying, I want to fight for the people. I want to help the government generate money. Shaba is collecting 30,000. No more less is collecting 40,000. M4 is collecting, and the government is collecting 200. People they praise that.
Apostle of transparency.
Apostle of transparency. Make content say no. Now Tony want to carve the whole come. Now you they say for the first time Oshomole talk the truth. No.
Surprise.
I feel say he get wetin Oshomole want from Okpebolo. Yes, he not give up. I don't trust Oshomole.
Because honestly, between me and you, I shock. When I see that video,
God forbid.
I shock. Say, wait to Amy Madiagmoa.
No.
You know,
you will not say that repentance. I believe there is a secret fight.
Yes.
Between Oshomole and Okpebolo.
Yes.
Now Oshomole now will say, hey, look at you. You were with for them. Now I'll go draw your broadcast for Senate. I'll go report you for Senate. Say You dey incompetent. Because for Oshomole to quote Okpewolo say, Okpewolo tell her say, a
the
session of his
people.
village. This one we spent over 10 billion, 10 vehicles. They just say, so,
The
sir.
people. So yeah, I mean, apart from the fact that I surprised at the radical departure from the nature of Adams Oshomole to constantly and consistently and perpetually falsify issues, they talk true. So now come here and they talk something when it won't be like true, when it can't be like serious truth, it can't they surprise me. So as a matter of fact, Oshomole was spot on. I think almost simultaneously as Oshomole, who is the godfather of Okpewolo, who put Okpewolo there by fire by force in violation of the will of Edo people. I think they fire Okpewolo for Senate about the insecurity. Now, so our younger brother, a very mature, intelligent young man, Marcus Onobu.
Honorable Marcus.
Yes, he's one of the revelations of Godwin Obaseki, the guru. Now Obaseki discovered that guy.
Yes.
And Obaseki open road for him, make him be Speaker of the House of Assembly for Edo State, and then from there the guy explode. Smart guy, young, sharp guy. That guy also, Marcus Onobu, representing East and West.
Yes.
Yeah. He also spoke in the Federal House of Representatives, saying exactly the same thing, saying that Okpewolo has lost control of the security structure in Edo State, saying Okpewolo is overwhelmed and that Okpewolo needs help from the federal government.
No, sir, I want to take you back to Oshomole because me, I go play the Marcus video.
Yes.
So people hear what you they react to.
Yes.
The Oshomole part. Thank you very much, Epa Egosa Agbola, for the super chat. Thank you very much. God bless you. Please, guys, maybe I don't forget to super chat me. I don't work today. I don't say, Mr. Crusoe, you don't say where in the chop media money 20-something years ago. They go now, big man, with this. So I beg. At least, even if media don't pay, offering will pay as a man of God. So, one big man for one company now say, Crusoe, please, can you help me do this also article? Boissiment, enemy, they pay him in dollars. So I beg, make I put my super chat for here for me.
Make a help about Pumot, I beg, so that we'll fit get this opportunity to the talk to our people. They're gonna help us super chat about me. I go do my own super chat too.
I believe you, leader. Leader, Edo is under siege. Oshomole at the National Assembly. Talk to us.
So I like you said, I suspect something is going on. But let's state it as it is. What Oshomole said in the House, in the Senate, is correct. As a matter of fact, there is no emphasis you can place on this problem in Edo State when it go reach to cover the extent of the problem. Edo is in chaos. Edo is in crisis. But it is surprising to see that Oshomole is actually speaking up. Considering the fact that he is the one that threw the incompetent Okpewolo there to superintend over the state and to plunge Edo State into this chaos. So everything Oshomole said there is correct. The state is under siege from Edo South all the way to Edo North. There is crisis. Children are being killed. Their palms and their feet cut off. I saw a video of a young boy in Irua Axis, I think, who was killed, his foot and his palms cut off. Brutal killings going on in Edo State. Aside from the killing, there is raping, there is all kinds of atrocities going on in Edo State, as if it's a place that is unpoliced, as if it's a place that has no leadership, as if it's a place that has no governor, as if it's a place that has no chief security officer, and they can come and debate with me later on this statement I'm going to make now. Okpewolo draws 750 million monthly. I repeat, Okpewolo draws 750 million naira monthly. That is $500,000 monthly. $500,000 equivalent monthly as security votes. Yet, Edo is a fiasco. Edo is in chaos. Edo is under siege, to borrow the terms of Senator Adams Oshomole. Edo is under siege, despite drawing 750 million naira, which is equivalent of $500,000 every month as security votes.
So now don't hear from the Aussie Smart. We see una contribution for this matter we dey for ground. Make una let us know for the comment section. Anyways, if you are coming across us for the first time, please enable to hit on the red subscribe button. Drop your opinion at the comment section. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye bye for now.